So apparently y'all like my content for some reason, because in just over a day we've jumped from 75 subs all the way up to 11-1. I was gonna do a 100 sub special, but I guess I'll just have to do a 110 sub or 111 sub special instead. Considering how many people keep asking about things like, what filter are you using to get that nice VHS look? Spoiler alert, it's not a filter. And should I be scared right now? Yes, you should. It seems like the Q&A video is in order. Drop some questions either in the comments on this vid or on one of my Reddit posts or on my Twitter or something, or hell, just shoot me a DM. I don't know. And at some point, I'll maybe do my best to answer them possibly. Also, as with most content creators that are furry specific, all of my views are drive-by views. I'm disappointed in you. Okay? Viewers who watch like 30 seconds of my vid and then click off of it and they never subscribe? Come on, man. Or who just sit in incognito mode the whole time and never subscribe to anyone? Just take the 30 seconds to log in and sub, okay? It's not that hard. Like, come on. Just, you like my shit. I know you like my shit. Just watch the whole thing. Otherwise, I will vibe check you through a goddamn wall. I'm not in frame. I will vibe check you through a goddamn wall, okay? I gotta put this back, and I think I left the camera rolling. Yeah, I did. Fuck. Okay. Now back to the topic at hand. We're in the middle of a global emergency. Some kind of weird sickness has come over everyone that causes them to frantically buy up supplies of toilet paper, milk, eggs, beans, rice, canned goods, most importantly, rubbing alcohol. Now, every fursuiter knows the importance of having rubbing alcohol on hand. You need it to make fursuit spray. Without it, you're basically stuck with just washing your suit with soap and water. And for me, that's not much of a problem because my head is a balaclava base. It dries out in like 20 minutes. I don't even get that sweaty in this. I can suit all day because there's no foam up here. But if you're one of the many people who have the more conventional carved foam head bases, one sec. If you're one of the conventional carved foam head bases, you're gonna be drying this out for hours or days. And that's not to mention how much of a pain it is to just actually deep wash something. This isn't much of a problem anymore since basically every convention's been canceled and we're just stuck at home with the ability to wash and dry things at our leisure without worrying about missing out on stuff. But if you got parts of a suit that can't handle wet washing or other things like, say, plushies that you can't really wash, you're gonna start smelling like a sweaty gym sock pretty quickly. Especially because it's raining outside and it's not quite hot enough to turn on the AC, so everything is really humid in here. And yeah, my room is starting to smell bad, and I'm not sure why. Now, I'm starting to get desperate. I'm down to my last bottle of... Wait, hold on. I can't even find where the hell I put my last bottle of limited edition Majira scented Febreze. So yeah, we're gonna have to get creative. But what the normies hoarding all the alcohol don't want you to know is that isopropyl alcohol is not the only one you can use. You can use many other kinds of alcohol, not this kind. To make fursuit spray. The one everyone knows about, Everclear. This is a very high-proof ethanol. You can basically treat it like 91% rubbing alcohol in your fursuit spray recipe. Problem is, normies are catching on to the fact that you can make hand sanitizer out of this stuff, so it's already starting to sell out. It works well as a general-purpose disinfectant and for making hand sanitizer, so the Meijer liquor store, I work at Meijer, by the way, is already sold out. I had to go to Liquor Barn to get this bottle. They were out of the pocket-sized flasks, and they were out of the big bottles. They only had this size. You know how much this cost me? $18 motherfucking dollars, okay? That's expensive. Now, for comparison's sake, this amount of rubbing alcohol costs between $3 and $5 maybe. Especially, I mean, even if you get the 91 that costs more, yeah, it's not really expensive. This kind of is. And, like, why? Come on, man. Just wash your goddamn hands. But there is an alternative alcohol nobody else seems to know about, normies or furries alike. It's almost as cheap as rubbing alcohol, and it's not even been touched at any of the places I've checked. Denatured alcohol. Methylated spirits is what it's also sometimes labeled as. Basically, it's grain alcohol, but with some methanol mixed in so that you go blind if you drink it. Basically, it's added to keep you from drinking it because this doesn't have as much taxes on it, and also you can buy it without an ID. It's usually used as a chafing dish fuel when your grandma goes to a church social club so that her casseroles stay warm, but all of those have been canceled anyway, so no one's bought any of it. Like, literally, I was the first person to buy this. How does no one else know about this? Yeah, it's basically sterno fuel. So, you know, you just pour it into the little cup things. You can also run some camp stoves off of it. I've made, like, penny stoves. Those work well off of this, although I find that they do actually work better off of Pullman fuel. Sidetracked. Make sure you look up the data sheet for whichever brand of this you're getting, because, while Clean Strip is a reliable brand and this just has ethanol and methanol in it, some other brands will have gelling agents, or they'll mix in a little bit of kerosene or acetone, or hell, even gasoline, that you really don't want to get on there because petroleum products and organic solvents will dissolve plastic, like, say, faux fur or foam, so that's a bad thing. But this is the Clean Strip brand. This is the stuff that most stores carry. It's 50% ethanol, 40% methanol, 10% water. That's all that's in there. Safe to use on sprays. Just, once again, replace it with 91% rubbing alcohol in your recipes. Do keep in mind, though, that while alcohols are generally all the same, they're not quite the same. Ethanol specifically, which is what's in both of these, does sometimes degrade certain things. It's been known to interact with the backings on some faux furs. Most of them are fine, but the backings, you won't discolor it, but it might shrink or it might get itchy. Another thing to keep in mind is that ethanol, specifically, not isopropyl, will interact with latex rubber. So if you have natural rubber latex, like, say, the elastic bands that hold a balaclava base head on, if you're like me, or if you have rubber bands for your moving jaw, this will degrade that. So don't spray it on those, just avoid those locations. It's pretty easy. Another thing that's worth mentioning is that alcohol doesn't take as much to kill bacteria, which is what makes your fursuit smell bad, as it does to kill viruses. You can get away with 25, 30%, maybe even as low as 15 or 20, although I wouldn't go that low just because it takes forever to dry out. Because the reason yeasts make ethanol in the first place is to keep bacteria off of their turf. So even small amounts of ethanol will kill bacteria. They won't kill viruses though, so if you plan on using your Fursuit Spray as hand sanitizer, I would make sure to only dilute it down to 60%, but if you're just going to use it as a Fursuit Spray, you can dilute this 2 to 1 with water, and you'll be fine. I think that's all I can think of for today. If you like my shitty content, please subscribe, or like, or comment, or don't. I mean, come on, man. Just smash that fucking like button like it owes you money, because it owes me money. I don't want to go to work. I gotta go to work in like 50 minutes, and that's gonna suck. Yeah, that's all I have for you today. Bye. Oh, yeah, it's probably not gonna get uploaded on Fursuit Friday because, I don't think I have time to edit this. So, happy Fursuit Saturday, everyone. Bye.